Hello friends! Today we're back at it again with another video for you. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the products that didn't really wow me and that surprised me. So don't get me wrong, this isn't a video about products that I don't like or are bad, but more about products that received a ton of hype online. I saw a lot of YouTubers and beauty bloggers posting about them, ranting and raving about how great the product was. And so when I finally caved and bought them for myself, I wasn't too impressed. Remember that this is just my personal opinion. I'm sure that there's definitely a great reason for why these products get as much hype as they do. Clearly a lot of people out there love them, but this is just a gentle reminder that just because someone says that the product is great, just because everyone says that the product is great, doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. It's all very personal and we all need to try it out. So let's get straight into it. The first product I want to talk about is a skincare product. This product, when it first launched, almost everyone that I was watching was talking about it. Also because during that time, everyone was traveling. I don't think anyone's really traveling very much anymore right now, but this is a face mask, a sleeping mask that received a ton of hype. This is the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask. Let me just first talk about what I do like about this mask. I like the packaging. I like the fact that it's in this like aluminum squeezy tube that allows you to get everything out just like toothpaste. That's great. But this product, the product itself, just didn't seem to do anything different for me. It didn't do anything bad for my skin. It didn't break me out, didn't make me feel drier, but it was just not like any other sleeping mask that I've used before, where I wake up and my skin is transformed, or I feel that it's visibly softer, or it feels softer or glowier, anything like that. So it's not bad, it just didn't seem to do anything. Also, throughout this video, I wanted to introduce maybe some alternative products that I prefer. The alternative for the Summer Fridays one is actually the Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask. This mask, I have been using it since I was, I think, a teenager. I think my sister first found this, and when I first put it on, it was so amazing. It was so creamy. It's a product formula that was just felt so luxurious to put on. Now that I've done a little bit more of skincare research and watched YouTube channels such as Beauty Within and Hiram, who teach me so much about the ingredients in skincare and stuff like that, I recently decided to look at the ingredient list of this product and came to find that actually it has quite a lot of essential oils, and Hiram really doesn't like essential oils in his skincare. But I have a feeling that I will not be repurchasing this simply because I do have sensitive skin and I always have redness on my face. So I want to just decrease the chance of any products that could be aggravating it further, which is really sad because I love the effect of this, and that's why I recommend this as an alternative to the Summer Fridays product, which I've just so carelessly tossed here like it's trash. But no, I'm still using this. I'm still gonna finish this up. But this gives me results that I feel. It's so soft the next day. My skin's so soft and so plump. But again, like I mentioned, if there are essential oils in this product that could be aggravating my sensitive skin, after I finish this, I am not going to repurchase it anymore. I'm just noticing now that I had this whole pile of products sitting here for the whole time I was talking about that mask. Let's just scooch these away and pretend that that never happened. The next product that I'm going to talk about, I know that I might receive a lot of backlash from a lot of people, and I'm, again, in no way saying that you shouldn't go out and buy this product. It speaks to my own experience with lip products and dry and chapped lips. This next one that I'm gonna talk about is the Laneige Sleeping Mask. I know, it's a cult favorite. Everyone loves it. Everyone's been raving about it since about 3 years ago or more, till today. A ton of beauty YouTubers still use this and swear by this. I never realized how expensive this product is. It's $20 for 20 grams of product, which is not terrible, but it is significantly more expensive than your average lip balm. The Laneige sleeping mask has been said to do wonders for a ton of people. I see that on a real life basis. It's not just people online that are telling me that this is good, but I also see friends who have used it and it really does work for them. The Laneige sleeping mask does make my lips feel good in that moment when I put it on, but it does not do any long-lasting effects. When it wears off, my lips just feel just as dry and chapped as before. That does not mean that it doesn't do anything. If I don't put this on, my lips feel terrible. So I will be continuing to use this, but I do have another alternative product that I think I'll be repurchasing more than this. This gives me a bit more feeling of luxury compared to the next one that I'm gonna show you, but again, it didn't wow me. So the alternative product that I wanted to tell you about is pure straight up Lanolin. Now, this is obviously not a vegan product. Lanolin is oil fat that comes from sheep's wool and is a product that is used in a lot of lip balms as well. This Lanolin cream is actually meant to be a nipple cream for people who are breastfeeding. That is not me. I bought this in the hopes that pure Lanolin would be a saving grace to my very dry and horrible lips, but to be completely honest, it does pretty much the same thing as the Laneige sleeping mask. I don't think it's better or worse in any way, but the fact is that this is significantly cheaper than the Laneige for a good reason. I mean, it's not a branded product. It's not a cosmetic branded product. It's not being sold to be put on your lips, and that's why it's so much cheaper. So I think in the future I will be purchasing this way more as my temporary lip cure while I try and continue going on this journey of figuring out what's wrong with my lips. Moving right on to the next product, we are getting into some makeup. Right now we are talking about eyelash palettes that were very surprisingly disappointing, and they are by Huda Beauty. These are the Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes. I believe I bought them when there was a sale going on. They usually retail for $27 each for this tiny little palette of 9 colors, 9 shades. I have the Topaz and the Coral ones. I really do like the color selection in them. If you have seen my makeup in the past, these are super up my street. They are very orange, brown tones with, and I love this one with a pop of yellow. So when I saw it online, I just had to get it. I had my eyes on it for at least half a year. Also, I really love the fact that it's such a small package. And it has 9 shadows in them, so it's just so great for travel. Unfortunately, these did not have the color payoff that I expected. I used them for the first time, bringing them back to Malaysia over Chinese New Year in February, and I was so excited, and I told my sister we have to try these out together, let's use them. But I very much sorely regretted bringing these palettes home because the color payoff was just so abysmal to me. These are palettes that if I had the choice I wouldn't have bought, but I will continue to use them simply because of how expensive they are. As a matter of fact, I don't know why I bought them because I have 2 palettes from Colourpop. They don't match exactly in terms of the color range, but they pretty much do the same job of achieving very warm neutrals and that whole sunset look, from yellows to oranges and golden browns and terracotta colors and all that kind of stuff. And actually the 2 palettes that I have to tell you about is the Colourpop palette, which is really gross because I've had it for a while. In fact, I don't know why, but I think I have 2 palettes of these. Someone gifted me one. But that is what the colors look like in that palette. And if you compare it to the Coral Obsessions palette by Huda Beauty, I think it pretty much covers all the bases there. It's obviously not an exact dupe, but it basically does the job. And the other palette that I really enjoy is Double Entendre by Colourpop. And it doesn't match the Topaz one exactly. Obviously, they are quite different palettes. This one's way more warm and orange and brown, and this one has a bit more of a smoky pink vibe to it, especially like I love using this color. But with these two palettes combined, they definitely do the job of like all the eyeshadow looks that I really want to achieve in my warm tone sunset dreams. And I don't know why I spent the money buying these two when I had already owned these, because it's a matter of fact that Colourpop eyeshadows are just so pigmented, and the value that you get for the product quality is just out of this world. Next up, I have a lipstick product to talk about. This is by actually one of my favorite brands out there. It's Glossier. I really like the idea of Glossier and the no makeup look. I do it very often now, and I use a lot of their products, but this is one product that, again, just didn't work for me. It is the Glossier Generation G lipstick. I still really like this product, especially the color. If you can see, it's a very nice nude on me, and I really enjoy the color. My issue with this is, again, my issue that I have with all lipsticks in the world, is that they're not hydrating enough for me. Right now, they feel fine, they look fine, and I think they've been on for maybe 2 or 3 hours now, but I did need to give it a little top up. It is a sheer lipstick. It doesn't really last on me. It bunches up and dries up very quickly. It's not hydrating in any way, and therefore not good enough for my lips. That doesn't mean that I will stop using it. I really still enjoy the color, and I don't have many nude browns in my collection, but I just wished lipsticks worked for me better. My alternative to it is a Maybelline lipstick that I've owned for, I think, at least 5 years now. Kind of gross, I know, but I don't think they make this anymore. It is I think this is Color Sensational. I can't tell because there's like no writing on it anymore, but it is a Maybelline lipstick. It has 275 on the bottom, and the color is Crazy for Coffee, and it is another brown lipstick that I really enjoy. Actually, I want to swatch the two of them side by side for you. And so this is the Generation G one. It's quite a sheer lipstick, and that's something I think a lot of people like, is the comfortability of wearing it and how sheer and easy to put on it is. And this is the Crazy for Coffee one right next to it. So it's quite a different lipstick, because as you can see, the Glossier one doesn't really build up, and it is sheer to its name. The Maybelline one is much more pigmented, and there is a bit of a glossy sheen left behind. So I think just as a formula, it sits more comfortably on my lips, and obviously because it is more pigmented, it does last longer without me needing to touch up. Every time I touch up a lipstick, it just feels much more uncomfortable, especially if I'm just reapplying without removing what's on my lips first and creating a new canvas, because it's as if you are putting more paint on top of a paint job that hasn't dried. That's what tends to happen on my lips. It just starts bunching up, and you see the layers on top of each other. So the less I need to touch up, usually the better my lipstick looks. Next up, I have a bronzer to talk about. The bronzer that I'm talking about today that did not live up to the hype for me is the Milk Makeup Bronzer, which I don't have on me right now because I gave it away. I'll insert a picture of it here. But the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer is a cream stick bronzer where you pull off the cap, and it's a stick that you twist up, and you just draw a line on your face, and you blend it in with either your fingers, your beauty blender, or your brush. This is one product that was really popular on YouTube, is still really popular on YouTube. Everyone who's talking about cream bronzers is still talking about the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer. Now, I don't understand what went wrong for me. I really tried to like it, but it's just so dry on my face. Every time I tried to apply that straight line, it just pulled and pulled on my skin. Putting so much friction on my face was not something that I wanted to do. So why does this product have so much trouble coming out? It didn't feel creamy at all on my face. I liked the color. I think I had the color Baked, which was the lighter one, but it just failed to blend out because of how not creamy it was and how dry it was. It was just so unpleasant for me to use. I like the idea of a matte bronzer versus something that's shimmery, especially in a cream bronzer. I don't think I want a shimmery bronzer, so I really tried to love it. But at the same time, I think I had bought another cream bronzer, and I got the Nude Sticks Bondi Bay. And if you guys have used any of the Nude Sticks all over face colors, they have, I believe, at least 5 or 6 in the original formula, where you basically it's all over bronze and blush. These are super creamy and they're so comfortable to put on the face. They're just such a dream. They blend like a dream. So having this and comparing it next to the Milk Makeup Bronzer, it just didn't make sense why I was struggling so much with that product and still having to put up with it. So I was like, this is way better. I'm gonna say bye to that. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that the Milk Makeup one is bad per se. I see still so many people liking it so much, but I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, someone tell me, but it really doesn't work for me. It's too dry. The only downside I have to say about the Nude Sticks, I went to swatch it and I realized I forgot that my Nude Sticks Bondi Bay has left its original little spot that it was sitting in and has lodged itself into the cap. So that's kind of annoying. I usually stick my stippling brush in there and just apply it to my face, so I don't apply it from the stick anymore. Lastly, I have one final product to talk about, and I don't have it with me again because I gave it away. That's how much I disliked it. It is the Laneige two-tone lip bar. These were all the rage maybe about 5 years ago now, so maybe I'm a little bit outdated to be still talking about them, but it just crossed my mind when I was trying to compile products for this video. That was something that I significantly remembered trying to make work for me because I love the idea of it. This was a Korean lip trend. It was the gradient lip look, and I've mentioned this a ton in my lipstick video, lip tint video, but I never really got into what lip gradient was. So Koreans and Asian people do like their lips to look a bit smaller and cuter, so the idea was to put a darker color in the middle and a lighter color on the outside to create that gradient effect. I love the idea of it. It looks super cool. There are a lot of marketing campaigns for it, and you just saw it everywhere. And the product, the Laneige product, was this two-tone lip bar that was 2 different colors. Again, I'll try to insert it somewhere. It was a 2-tone lip bar where there was a darker color on half of it and a lighter color on the other half. The one that really intrigued me was this orange and yellow combination, and the orange was to be the inner color and the yellow was to be the outer color, so it would look a bit like you had like a sunset happening on your lips, and it just looks so cool. But this was a product that I think was very disappointing because I think it definitely was very much a gimmick. I think the idea of it is cool. I think the idea of a lip gradient is cool, but it can be achieved with any old lip product. You can just use 2 different lipsticks of different colors and mix them on your lips with a brush or just pat it in with your fingers. You don't need a one product to do that, and the idea of that product was that you were just going to swipe it on and you would magically have this gradient lip. That is something that I've discovered just never works, is that they also have those gradient eyeshadows where you dip your brush into a 2 or 3 tone color and then you just do one swipe and then you have this perfect eyeshadow look of dark to light. It doesn't work that way. If you want it to look seamless and if you want it to look good, there's a lot of blending involved. If you want that seamless ombre gradient look, use 2 colors. Use 2 lipsticks that you like the formula of, and just mix them and blend them together. So yeah, I went on quite a bit of a rant and about all these skincare and makeup products that had a huge hype and following in their time. None of these are new products in any way, so I think I've given them enough time to be trialed and tested, and they've also gone through enough of people trying them to receive the hype that they have received. It's all worth respecting that they got as popular as they got, but these were just some things that really didn't wow me, that I was disappointed by, that I expected to love. So just keep in mind out there that when you're purchasing products, If you really want to invest in something that costs a lot of money, because a lot of these products that I ended up not liking, a lot of them were because they were so expensive too, do a lot of research, watch a lot of videos, read the ingredients. That's always very helpful. Learn how to read ingredients first. But yeah, do your due research, know what, and start learning and developing your own taste and style in what you like. Leave a like if you agreed with me on some of these products, and if you didn't, leave a comment below and tell me maybe how I bashed terribly on one of your favorite products, and we can disagree. It's okay. I'm very open to all your comments and opinions and feedback. Thank you so much for watching once again. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!